स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय ते नमः। The floodgate of Master's heart was open wide. That night he could hardly contain himself with joy. It was 8 o'clock in the evening. Intoxicated with divine love, he paced the long veranda of the north of his room. Now and then he could be heard talking to the Divine Mother. Suddenly he said, in an excited voice, "What can you do to me?" Was the Master hinting that Maya was helpless before him, since he had the Divine Mother for his support? Intoxicated with divine love, we saw. What is being intoxicated with divine love? It is inner love pouring out, not something going from external to internal, but something emerging out, coming out from internal to the external. All the layers of existence get shaken up. Just like in harmonium and all. When we blow air, air comes from within and vibrates the reeds. Like that, the love, the upsurge of love from deep within to the externalmost skin, it shakes the whole being, it reverberates. The normal human cannot withstand. It is like passing thousands of volts in a small bulb, miniature bulb. We fuse away in no time. It needs huge capability and capacity to bear that upsurge. Even small spiritual experiences make man unable to bear. So this, what Avatara experienced, a small vision or a small upsurge, all strength of the whole world cannot bear. He is the indweller of all beings. What even the enlightened souls, like Ramana Maharshi and all, they may be experiencing a dot or a drop of Sachidananda at the most. Thakur used to say, so many people went, saw from distance and became unconscious. Some went close to it and experienced a little more deeper. Some could touch it and become unconscious. And none could enter into that ocean of Sachidananda. Only avatars can enter. And Sri Ramakrishna says, like a Salt doll entering into the ocean dissolves itself without any residue. So does the God, the individual soul which experiences God dissolves. Sri Ramakrishna says, by grace of Divine Mother, I was made into a stone doll. I could move about freely in the ocean of Satchidananda. So that is the capacity of the avatara. It can bear the ocean, it can dive into the ocean. Others will never be able to reach the ocean. They will be free from nature, prakriti. They transcend the nature and go. But they may not be able to experience the nirvikalpa at all. Some may experience a glimpse of it, but cannot bear. So that is the joy, upsurge of the joy, intoxicated with the joy. It looks like a simple word for us, but it carries deep understanding. Each person has the bearing capacity according to which the God will be revealing Himself. Narendra, Yam and Priya were going to spend the night at the temple garden. This pleased the master highly, especially since Narej would be there. The Holy Mother, who was living in Nabat, had prepared the supper. What would happen to these people? The Divine Mother cooking and feeding. Apart from nourishing the body and mind, it would awaken the ecstatic love from in the heart and make them filled with great bliss, and they will radiate the whole experience to the world later on. What all strength, what all compassion, what all love they show to the world is the love that Thakur and Mother has given them. It is Prema Sarita, which has no end. It goes on flowing, eternal flowing river and unless we experience the transcendental love being given to us, we cannot develop the universal love of giving love to all without any discrimination. All will be getting love to the brim. Whoever. So Naren and these people are getting, which they are going to distribute later on to the world. Those who are not in the game also will come in one life or other to return this love that they have received from Holy Mother, the food that they have received from Holy Mother. They will come as saints because the nourishment doesn't nourish the physical body alone. Physical body is going to go away. Their soul will be filled, their inner being will be awakened, and God pervades every aspect of their existence. The subtle body, the causal body, and the whole coverage is sanctified and divinized. You can compare with the food cooked by a criminal or a man who lives bad ways, whose body and mind are given to enjoyment. If he cooks the food for anyone, any sadhaka or sadhu, he will understand what is the difference. Exactly opposite. Drowns him in the world of. Similarly is the opposite. It uplifts the soul. Holy Mother, who was living in the Navad, prepared supper. Surendra bore the greater part of the master's expenses. Master's expenses were extremely meager. A morsel of food, of which half of the morsel would come from the Kali temple. And what else was his expenses? Now, because of the disease, they used to bring the doctor, send the doctor back, buy the medicines, these expenses, and more expenses was felt because of the direct disciples, most of the direct disciples living at, but here Thakur's Kasipur garden days have not yet come. He is still in Dakshineshwar. Here his expenses, one shirt will come for 2-3 years, a morsel of food. And main thing is devotees who used to visit like Naren is staying now at night. And the food has to be provided. They may not be able to take from temple, or temple authorities may not be giving. But these people will bear the other expenses. The meal was ready and the plates were set out on the southeast veranda of the master's room. Near the east door of his room, Narendra and other devotees were gossiping. The picture is very difficult to conceive. How do you find the young men nowadays, Narendra? Now, you see, it is already perhaps evening now, or at night, nearing night. But they have not given the temple evening aarti and all yet, you see. Meal was ready. He is going to stay at night. Time has not been given. Narendra, how do you find the young men nowadays? They are not bad, but they do not revere any religious instruction. They do not receive any religious instruction. Narendra and M are talking. Narendra is just 18-19 years, maybe 20 also. No, 18-19 years. Just he has come. We are at the beginning of the gospel. And M is nearly 28-30 now. 28-30. He is teacher and Narendra is student. Narendra, M is the author of the gospel, not a master in this one. He's a must teacher, no? In Vidyasagars, yes. Narendra, but from my experience, I feel they are going to dogs. They are going to dogs. They smoke cigarettes, indulge in frivolous talk, enjoy floppishness, play trant, and do everything of that sort. I have even seen them visiting questionable places. You see, Naren is not a Puritan. Puritan means, you know, who goes on insisting on purity. At the same time, he has come with a definite purpose to teach mankind. He is undergoing a process of discrimination. This is outcome of discrimination. He must exactly know what is the disease, where is the error. He must be able to see the mental structure of a human existence. He is analyzing, he is keenly observing humans, human system. And a day is going to come now, very soon, that he will start weeping for others. This period, the trainee who is passing through various process of training undergoes a steady transformation. Especially these saintly people who have come, their visions will be extremely wide and very deep, broad spectrum. He is not a person who is analyzing only Naren, only the students. He is analyzing every bit of human. The elders he has seen, all aspects of human life they have seen, he has seen, and the important part is he has already studied Western philosophy and all that, where the analysis of human mind and heart has been done in a deeper sense than what we have in the more ancient science. But the directions are entirely different. The Indian analysis of psychology is transcendence of nature. There, in the other part, the psychology in the West is health problems at gross physical level. It is not at the how to manage the psychological problems, how to live, how to be sane in the worldly sense. It is not the case. It is how to go beyond, how to reach God. So there is a vast difference. But Naren has all this. He has done a thorough study of many things, and he is now on the analysis. This makes him get his own identity. Where do you find this kind of analysis? Nachiketa, what does he say? Bahunamemi Prathamo, Bahunamemi Madhyamaha. I am, after he has analyzed every person of his age and time, Nachiketa, small boy, and says, I stand first among many, and maybe I am second amidst others, but never be the third. By seeing others, he has got his identity. Now Narendra is viewing everything. And what is he viewing? Master knows. And Master is from within, with remote control, he is governing his thoughts and feelings. He is going to continue. He is under the guidance of a master controller, control of the whole universe and all beings, is there sitting. But my experience, he says, I don't notice such things I did not notice such things during our student days. He goes back to his student days. The time changes, the trend changes, the nature, human nature changes. Many things happen. Morning I was talking to some people, I don't remember whom I was talking. And I was remembering those days, which was entirely different. Evening, some devotees I was talking to. In our childhood days, no TV, no mobile, nature as it is, people as it is. It is a beautiful thing, how we played, how we enjoyed the times, how they participated in the nature's this one. It was all a different world. And how people cooperated, whatever you wanted you can get. Anybody's house, anytime, unknown people's house you can enter freely and say, I am hungry, I want to take my food here. They would be, as if they are waiting, they will welcome you with great joy. Those were the days. How the days, just within the few decades that we passed, we are seeing an entirely new, diametrically opposite, unimaginable dimensions. So this in those days also, each time, each person comes and says, this is the worst period we have seen. Earlier, those days were so nice in our childhood. This is the worst time we are seeing. And this is what we see happening around. Means there is a constant phase of decadence. Stages by which it's flowing downward trend. One is upward trend, one is downward trend. As the needs and desires increase regarding the enjoyments and the world pleasures and possessions, now most important part is gadgets. And to make the people lazy, the machineries have come. Everything. Now I was just thinking the other day, and they were telling how to take out coconut. One tree climbing costs 100 rupees. Now there are machines with which you can climb. How the trend is changing. A coconut tree you can climb with a machine. So the times are changing. More and more mechanization, more and more instrumentization. And now, of late, artificial intelligence is coming. Everything is outside. External brains. Brains are there in the computer, man alone is here. Brains are working there. I did not notice such things during our student days, Narendra. Perhaps you did not mix with the students intimately. There are natures. A person who is busy with a particular thought forgets to perceive other things. Suppose my mind is occupied by certain things. I don't notice many of the things which are happening in front of me. In front of me. I may interact with a person I may not know at all. Mind is occupied somewhere. So, to know, you must have the interest and attention to know. Otherwise, who is concerned about whom? I have even seen them talking with people of immoral character. Perhaps they are in terms of intimacy with them. It is strange indeed. What to tell to a boy, young boy. He is an elderly person when he is reporting. It is strange indeed. Narendra, I know that many of them form bad habits. It would be proper if guardians of the boys and the authorities kept their eyes on these matters. He has come for transformation of the social conditions. That the seed of transformation, bringing about tremendous transformation came over the world with him. Unimaginable dimensions. Now wherever you find any spiritual or religious understanding or any centers working, you can see it is exclusively Swamiji's talks. Swamiji's giving, after that all this Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati, like that, after his light, all these lights, all have taken the seeds from the Ramakrishna tree and Naren freely distributed it to all. They have gone and planted in their fields, and they have become trees and yielding. They are calling the people and showing, look at my tree. The seed was from Sri Ramakrishna's and distributed by Naren. Whatever spiritual you see today in any organization run by any person, the seed is from Vivekananda. It has gone to that state of, and that is what we wanted. That's what Naren and Thakur wanted. The transformation in the world should go on. And we are not penetrating into the reality. If you penetrate and see, you will see everywhere there is transformation. Every soul is receiving some warmth and hopes in his life. Now, even bad people of bad character, unable to live a better life, also are receiving that warmth of the incarnation. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Yeshavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.